You all right, guys? I'm still getting dressed. Hey up, me duck. Konbanwa, good evening. Are you all right? So, as prescribed, here I am. Um, so I'm trying a different style of in-ear monitor of headphones, ones that go on my ears, and it's a bit complicated. It's like being on back in Japan on tour because there's wires everywhere. When I do those big gigs, I've got two belt packs on. I've got wires running down the back of my shirt and a belt pack on either side, and different levels, and a mic stuck on my sax and everything. So I'm trying these, but you have to do things in a certain order when you're getting changed into your shirt. You have to first of all put your ears on. No, you have to first of all put your saxophone sling on. And that's the bit I forgot. And then you thread the wire over the top of the saxophone sling, but down your naked back. And into your thing, which sticks in the back of your trousers, where it joins the other thing. It's one of those you don't need to know all this, do you? But that's why I was fanning about with my ear things. And then you have to plug it into a junction box. And it's a certain order you have to do all those things in, and I got the order wrong because I forgot to put this on, and my countdown is ticking away. But I'm here, and yeah, still flipping raining in it. And it's all Sally's fault, like I told you. It's rained for about ever, hasn't it? And it started raining the day that her fancy flipping drip watering system for her roof garden arrived. Because she ordered it because it was hot, and it arrived, so it started raining. Moshi moshi minasan konbanwa genki desu ka? Are you all okay? Sounds like you are from the... you've all been looking at Georgie the Parrot on Facebook. That was one of Joe's many jobs this afternoon. He's been so busy. He was programming. Sally's got some new lighting strips, like those LED things to brighten up the kitchen. Because ever since lockdown, the main light has not been working because apparently it's my fault. I fitted it, so it ain't working. Joe says I need to mess about with my focus. Oh. I think I accidentally turned the autofocus off. I don't know. Joe says hold. Joe, it's like Simon says. Joe says, and I do it. He says, hold your hand near. I don't think it make any difference because I think I accidentally turned the autofocus off when I was trying to find things that might mend it because it kept breaking, didn't it? And I was just going through the menu blindly, changing things. I think I put it onto manual focus. So I think I'll only be in focus at a certain point. I don't know what that point is. Yeah, so Georgie the Parrot, he's now on YouTube, and he belongs to Andrew and Louise Ford, Louise Shaw, sorry. They're not married. I just married you guys. I'm a priest now as well as a tonic on prescription. So they have this parrot, and on a Saturday we always finish with "Do I Love You" for Stella and Judith and everybody, because it's a great uplifting end to the evening. And Andrew, this parrot is freaking out, and he sent me a video, and it's unbelievable. It's kind of in time, and he does this double dip. Do I love you? So we banged him on YouTube, and there he shall remain for a little while anyway. So yeah, Joe's been really busy. Oh, thank you. You've been throwing money at me. John Morton and Jean Broadley and Richard Annan and Pat Corkwell. Much appreciated always. Thank you very much. Money, food, beer, whiskey. We accept anything. Online or offline, because I know some of you don't. Some of you shy peeps don't like seeing your name emblazed across the screen, but you can put any old username in you like. You could put Georgie the Parrot. That'd be funny if Georgie the Parrot kept donating birdseed and £5 notes. Music, that's why I'm here. I'm here to play my saxophone, play music for you. I'm rabbiting on like a rabbit. Oh, am I quiet? Yeah, you must always tell me, because I've got the mixing desk here. I can turn myself up, and because sometimes during the week I go onto a different mode. I go onto recording mode instead of streaming mode. And once again, I change all the settings, and then sometimes I don't change them back. Right, flipping out. It's a amateur show, isn't it? So I think I'll be louder now. And also because of the headphones, I'm trying these different ones. I mean, they're only temporary, but I'm trying to decide what to replace the mouse-eating ones with eventually when I've got enough money. And so I thought these, don't want in-ears, don't want over-ear, don't want sound cancelling. Anyway, I'm louder now, I think. Hello, Cornwall, Wixley, Stokesley. Are you in Chesterfield, Andrew? I think, no, you're down that way somewhere. Anyway, I've said that the parrot's in Chesterfield. I hope that's close anyway. Still too quiet. All right, Joe. Yeah. I should be roaring now. Should be like belting out of you. Should be absolutely belting. Mind you, you guys are 20 seconds behind. So I might be too loud now. Oh dear. Play a tune, Snaky Boy. Play a tune, mate. So I've been rifling through the vaults yet again, and there's Alex. The weekend kicked off beautifully at 6 o'clock today with Mr. Alex Smith, a virtual beer. Right, now hopefully my gob's loud enough. I'm going to play the saxophone. And I've raided the vaults yet again, went back to the Hysteria CD. When was that? It was when dinosaurs roamed the earth, about 12, 15 years ago. With Birchie and the boys, and I went back to the master tapes, and I found a couple of tunes which I've never ever performed. We never did them live, and flipping out, I was getting the titles mixed up. It's that long ago, and I never listened to the albums. So we're going to try. Royal We, get me. I'm going to try one or two of them. His Togetherness. fading out there with Mr. Mark Cresswell just starting to enjoy himself on the guitar. So often we do our best work right at the end of the track when we start to relax and the track is fading. You think, right, I'll just get my best licks in. Togetherness, that's called, from the Hysteria. Man, took me a couple of hours to sort of relearn the tune. It came flooding back, or trickling back, I should say. Yeah. So I can tell that the rain is being driven by a north wind, or has been. I think it's coming straight down today. So when there's a north wind, I get water in the little entrance porch to the studio there, and a drip in that corner there. And when there's a south wind, which is more normal up here in North Lincolnshire, then we get a leak into the office and a damp patch in the garage. So you can always tell which way the wind's going from where your leaks are coming in. Oh yeah, and when it's coming straight down, you get drips up there from the roof lights. You know, a window on the slanty bit. Is that what it's called? The roof light? Mr. Fred Lang's in the house. Purveyor of the finest whiskey that Scotland produces. He sent us a wee timorous beastie to try after the show. Thought perhaps Joe should have a little sip, didn't you, Fred? Yeah, he's a blender. And that's a dark art, is blending whiskey, isn't it? In fact, we became mates because he blended this one. Big Pete is my favourite whiskey ever. I like a nice Balvenie double wood though. Mustn't talk about whiskey, I'm at work. Call it work. It's play, I love playing. And as long as you lot love listening to it, I'll keep playing. So I was looking out the window, as I often do when I'm practicing and prepping and getting ready and learning tunes. And it's quite wild, isn't it, with the rain chucking down and quite a bit of wind as well. So I've got a new haiku coming. It's the first draft for now, but this is what I observed. Bamboo scraping low, burdened with weight of this rain, soon to rise again. Because the bamboo's amazing, isn't it? It's kind of dips right down. You think it's going to snap, but then up it comes. I don't know, it's getting awfully technical. Am I coming out both ears for everybody? You know, both sides of the stereo pan. Oh dear. I am for me, but maybe I'm not for you. I need to have a do with my Techie Joe tomorrow. Try and sort all this out. But as long as you can hear half of me, I hope you've got my best half. And talking of technical stuff, I mean, Sally's been mucking in as well. She's had her sleeves rolled up and she's been the web mistress all this week, revamping the website because it was looking a bit sort of dark and tired and sorry for itself and a bit jumbled. Not her fault, not anybody's fault. We had to swap it over from one host to another. But she's been working so hard on it, so I'd love you to have a look and let you know what you think. We can take it, positive as well as, negative as well as positive, yin and yang, because we want it to be great. Because maybe we're going to rely on it more than ever now that we're banged up and isolated and locked down. So I think even when you normal people get unlocked, us musicians will still be locked for a long time. All right, only coming out one ear. Right, I'm just going to have a Scrabble down here. I've no idea what to do about that. I'll play another tune and see if something occurs to me or to Joe to make me come out of both ears. Nothing's ever simple, is it? Except for instruments made of wood. They're simple. So I'm going to play another tune that I rescued from the vaults. A tune called Loving You by Minnie Riperton. We recorded it for the Snakebites CD, even preceding the Hysteria CD, that one is. Myself and Will Mowat worked on that one. Such a beautiful tune, isn't it? Minnie Riperton. Oh man. So we did this kind of jazzy version, and I thought it was a lost cause, but I managed to create a track minus the snake. And this is as high as I can go. Still can't go as high as Minnie Riperton did, but it's a lovely tune to play. Loving you, and I am loving you all. Those flutes sound a bit Barry White, a bit dated maybe. Our attempt at production values from the Love Unlimited Orchestra. Favourite driving music. I didn't smash any glasses. I didn't get as high as many. Oh, people looking at the website already. Great. I have no idea how many people. Don't tell me how many people. I can see that there's valuable quality people there, and I know that Ernie's listening offline, and Judy and David are listening offline, and lots of other people, and Val's listening offline. So the community is intact. Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe got his provisional driving license. It arrived yesterday. He's not on the road yet, but watch out if you live in North Lincolnshire. It's a tune that I like to do on the tenor sax, just on my own, no help from any boys in the computer or anything like that. And I think weeks ago I told you the story about this one. It's when I lived down south, and instead of having a studio up the garden, I had a studio down the garden. And sometimes I used to put my porridge on. I had one of those proper porridge pots, in 2 parts, so the water's boiling underneath and the porridge is doing its bit, fermenting away on the top bit. And I used to try and get 10-15 minutes practicing while the porridge was cooking, and but just now and again I used to sort of get distracted and start writing tunes and forget that the porridge was on the boil, and then the water would boil away and the pan would burn and the porridge would go all hard and horrible. There's a tune called Forget the Porridge. Forget the Porridge, a tune with a moral. Easily done, eh? Leaving things on the stove. Too easily done. Freedom once you pass your test. Oh, don't say that. That's such a terrible thought. A youngster being out of your control. But hopefully not completely out of control. Oh, I don't like to think about it. Oh, good. Good comments on the website, anyway. So that one allows me to get deep down and a bit sort of down the bottom end, groovy and husky. Real contrast to Togetherness, the track I kicked off with on the same instrument. I was playing it today and relearning it. I realised that I barely leave the upper 2 octaves. But on that one, I grovel about way down. I think when I'm asked on Desert Island Discs what I'm going to take to the island, I'm going to say, can I take my saxes? And Lauren Laverne's going to say, you can only take one. Which one's it going to be? And I'm going to say the tenor. Because much as I love them all, there's a soprano that I'm playing. There's also an alto, which is in between. And the big baritone, which doesn't come out that often. But I love it. And there's a sopranino, which is like a short little toy thing. But the tenor just seems to... It's my voice more than the others. You know, it can do it all. It can roar and sing and be sweet and be low and be dirty and be growly and be passionate and be tender. All those things. The tenor sax. Love it to bits. So while I've got it around my neck, let's all sort of put our hands out and see if we can summon Simon Goulding. I'll have a drink of water first because this is a long one. I'll have a chauffeur, will I? I don't know about that. Will I have a chauffeur, Joe? So Mr. Simon Goulding was working hard last week, whenever it was. Sunday, was it? I don't know, I can't remember. He had a double appearance, didn't he? Yeah, it was Sunday. And we got him back again. And another tune that originally appeared on the Hysteria album, then the live album. But occasionally Simon and I go out and do a duo. Do it very often just up the road, my local, in the lovely Ropery Hall on the Rope Walk in Barton-on-Humber, in the shadow of the Humber Bridge. And we made it work for the two of us. Oh, actually, on this one, I think when he does his bit, it's he fires up his cajon and his shaky things. Joe's saying, who will buy Joe his first car? Well, I thought you might, Joe. It's a good question. Who will buy Joe his first car? I think he's open to offers. Mr. Simon Goulding, I summon you. Hey. Let's hope we get sound out of him. Are you on, mate? Are you on? just makes me laugh, that guy. You got to laugh. Oh dear. Absolutely amazing. How does he do it? Ridiculous. Ridiculoso. Speaking of kids, children, sorry. Great playing, Simon. Many thumbs up. Yeah. I love his expressions too. He plays with a lot of joy, doesn't he? And so much energy and passion. And that is him. He's a fireball of musical energy. It's just the same in sound check and rehearsal. You know, he's not off and on. He's always on. There is no off switch. Great player. Thank you very much, Simon. Take the rest of the night off. Send me the bill. Put your petrol on. Yeah, so children. I have another couple as well. And Letty, she is older and lives down in London. And she's a bit of a worry at the moment because she's gone on the keto diet. Well, it was not a worry in itself, you know, but so as parents do, you know, I had to research the keto diet. I didn't know anything about it. And I think it's fine, you know, maybe not forever, but you know, you go down that rabbit hole of diets, don't you, when you type something into Google. So I started reading about all these other diets, and there's some crazy diet trends out there at the moment. I hope you lot are just, you know, getting on with eating reasonably healthy and not sort of worrying beyond that, because it's not so good, is it? To anyway, a lot of them seem to, maybe this is a new thing, they involve intermittent fasting and eating within a narrow time band. It's called time-restricted feeding, apparently. So there's a few of them. There's the warrior diet. There's something called a prolon diet, which is very expensive. You have to get your kit and only eat exactly what they tell you. But there's one that particularly caught my eye called the snake diet. I'll have you know, ladies and gentlemen, me ducks. And it's the craziest of them all, as you might imagine. And it's the most extreme, the most radical, and it involves having the eating pattern of a snake, you know, like myself. Like I might have a nice rat on a Monday, and I don't need to eat until Friday then. But it's not all right for you humans, I don't think. You know, you eat proactively, apparently. Narrowing your eating, I'm reading this off now. Narrowing your eating to an intentional and deliberate window of time, 1 to 2 hours. And then you don't have anything for 72 hours, except you're allowed to drink snake juice. Special snake juice, which you have to buy from the guy who invented the diet. You saw that coming, didn't you? Weight loss is the aim, but I mean, you know, I'm not. These are not. I'm only expressing my opinion. But the article that I read about it did remind us, readers, that going into the state of ketoacidosis, which is the aim, can lead to coma or even death, and more mild symptoms such as bad breath, headaches, dizziness, muscle cramps, constipation, bone density, and if you lose weight that rapidly, apparently you quite like to get gallstones. So don't eat like me, guys. Eat like you. Just don't worry about it. Ooh. But I am worried now. I'll have to phone her up later on. No, you couldn't eat porridge with broccoli in it on the snake diet. Or on the keto diet. The keto diet is like minimum carbs in it. You could have the broccoli without the porridge. Oh, somebody's just finished a lamb of Rogan Josh in an old speckled hen. That's more like it. That's the Scottish diet, is it, John? You're telling me food things now. This is breaking my tummy. Pancakes, bacon, maple syrup tonight. Yeah, oh, Filudal, yeah, that's right. Snake juice means Amarone, a fine Italian wine. Or snake juice might mean Timorous Beastie tonight, or Doc's beer, or both. All three. I haven't got any Amarone left, so it's not going to be Amarone. Oh, it's a lovely drop of plonk that was, Phil. Anyway, look, I'm not encouraging funny diets or drinking. Get yourself a cup of tea or a cocoa or elderflower cordial's nice, isn't it? The elderflowers are still in flower, so Sally's got the bucket ready. Here's a haiku that Pat Corkwell from Gould sent us with a really, really lovely letter which just touched my heart and reminded me that our snaky community here that we have, you know, led from the base here at the bottom of the garden in North Lincolnshire, is tight and safe and warm and welcoming, which is good. It was a lovely letter, Pat. Goldhorn is snaking, stories unfolding, world outside vanished. I love that line. That's the aim, that's my job. Banishing the outside world for a little while anyway. So, I've got time for another couple of tunes for you. Yes, if I stop talking. Right, here's another one from the vaults. I've been busy this week in the vaults, rifling around, blowing the dust off old master tapes. This is The Tickle, which originally came out once again on the Hysteria CD. Duncan the Sax Mad Dentist, he tried the G-Plan diet. He got so hungry he ate his furniture. Oh, Duncan, you are a one. And he's not back on the drill yet because he hasn't got enough visors and stuff. So, this one that we recorded from Hysteria it's pretty jazzy. And I remember the session really well. It's Gary Coulshaw on the bass and Errol Roberts on the drums and Birchie, the producer meister, El Capitano on the keyboards. And this is like just I think the first take that we did live in the studio way back when. And I turned it up at the end. You can hear that Errol, the drummer, going, could we try that again? And then you hear Birchie going, that was good, that one. So this is probably the one that's on the album, I think. Long time ago. So here it is, The Tickle. And there they go. Recorded live in Chorley. Apart from my bit, which I sliced off and then sort of did again. One to get your teeth into, yeah. Oh, I see, we're on a dental one here. Oh, you guys. Fantastic. Oh, I want to play one more for you before we go our separate ways, but perhaps only for a day, and perhaps we'll meet again right here in this same place and your same place at 7 o'clock tomorrow. That'd be absolutely brilliant. And huge thank you to Joe and Sally. They've both been working their little socks off all week. And to Mr. Simon Goulding for his wonderfulness. And all the musicians who very kindly said, yeah, Snakey, you can blow along with us. We don't mind. Put us in the computer and use us as your karaoke chums. So back on the tiddler, curved soprano, Yanagisawa. Yeah, it's quick. The hour goes quick. Time flies when you're blowing a pipe, talking rubbish and having fun. Can't you do it again, Dodd? Whale meet again. Oh dear. Oh, that's so bad. So this one is, I couldn't even remember which album this is from. I found it on an old CD already fettled into a backing track. I think we did it on Missing You. It's the one by Colin Blunstone, The Zombies, Don't Believe in Miracles. I want to put the lyrics up. I like to have the words in front of me. I want to play a big strong song. Starts in C, I think. The key of B flat in the real world. I'll say goodbye before I go anyway. Unless this goes really badly, in which case I'll just slide out the fire exit. Let me put the words up. Great song. The words are fantastic. The bullet that shot me down came from your gun. The words that turned me round were from your song, but I don't believe in miracles. Oh, great. Well, we're up and running. The weekend has started officially. So, thanks for the thanks, guys. Hello, Celia. Superb. I really enjoyed your company. Hope I'll see you again tomorrow. And take good care. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe. Give us a like. Spread the word. See you tomorrow.